It's been a minute since I dropped a poem. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stick around after. I'd like to talk to you guys for a little bit on my real ones. If you want to take off after the poem, at least stay for the poem. Let it touch you. Let it resonate with you. And let's go. Let's get into it. Let's do it. So much division for having a different opinion. Why can't we just listen and have some respect, even if they don't make the decision that we think that they should be making? It's okay to talk, have some healthy debating, but people are forcing their views like a raping, and that's just a metaphor used for explaining. So don't get offended. Please don't start complaining. No, stick to the words, but the message I'm saying it's time we unite. Can we please start embracing? I'm tired of living this life full of hatred. You have an opinion, you're labeled a racist unless you agree with the popular statements. They'd rather you hide out like Joe in the basement. There is an agenda. They want full surrender. They got us confused. We can't figure our agenda. I'm trying to stay calm and not lose my temper, but we even letting these kids be transgender. I don't understand it. The lies that we planted in every young mind, we encourage the madness. It's obvious we are no longer in Kansas. I'm looking for Dorothy, the good and the bad, which the scarecrow, the Tim and the lion, the munchkins. It's obvious that I have suffered a concussion. There's no way in hell we have dismissed function. I can't hardly breathe because the weight is just crushing. America, wake up, the worst is still coming. Don't try to ignore it. There's no sense in running. You'll fall for whatever if you stand for nothing. What is going on? God bless you guys. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day as always. I hope the poem hits you. I hope it touched you. Listen to it a couple more times. It's only like under a minute. When you listen to something over and over, you get different things. You know what I mean? It goes a little deeper. It penetrates a little more. So I hope you guys will, play it a few more times and just let it fill your spirit. It's been a minute since I really got on here and talked to you guys. I once again I appreciate everybody that has supported me and has been there through thick and thin. This poem is was for my Christian warriors. You know what I mean? It's time to stand up for truth. We all know what's going on. We know the enemy's working hard, trying to cause division, chaos, trying to indoctrinate children. So I really felt in my spirit it's time to rise up. It's time to go. It's time to throw punches. You know what I mean? And we're all called to do just like an army, different things. You got snipers, you got Marines, right on the floor. You got the Navy and the ships. You got all sorts of different positions in the army. So it's the same thing in the army of Christ. You know what I mean? Do what you feel called to do. Learn from other people. Be open-minded. Allow others to impact your life. Don't ever think that you got it going on, that you know everything. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to say, I don't know everything. That's why one thing that I feel on my heart is I will never, ever, ever address you guys as my followers. I hear it done on the airwaves, in the community, and it doesn't sit well with me, because I think of Jesus Christ. When they followed Jesus, they were going with him wherever he went, and to me, a follower is I'm gonna do everything that you call me to do, like the military. You know what I mean? The military got some followers. You do what you're told, and that's it. I did the military for a little bit, and they take you and they do 2 months of boot camp, at least in the Navy. And the reason for that is they want to wipe you clean and take everything out of you that you were taught, because they're about to, in a sense, they're about to brainwash you. They about to, it's like if you molding something out of clay, you know what I mean? They're gonna they're molding you. They want to beat you down and make you clay, make you moldable, so that they can build you up again and build you up to what they want. You know what I mean? That's a follower, somebody that's molded the way they want, and so you're gonna do things the way they tell you to do. They say jump, you're gonna say how high, because you've been molded, right? You guys are supporters, subscribers. But my big thing is supporters. Every time I see the numbers go up, I see support. That's all I see. Even though I'm not, we ain't doing the whole monetary thing and everything right now. Just your love, your attention, the fact that you click on my channel and that you view the content. and that you are supporting this mission is enough for me right now. At this point, it's all I need, and God will provide everything else. There are some weird things going on at my job right now. I don't know what the future holds, but all it's doing is filling me with more gasoline to rise up. I see the war. You know what I mean? It started off, you know, with the you know what, that if you didn't want to get it, all you had to do was wear a mask. And now it's turning into you got to get swabbed every so often. And then it's turning into you need a specific exemption now. You know what I mean? So they're continuously pushing and they're bullying tactics. You know what I mean? And they want to put you in a corner, make you feel uncomfortable to the point where you're just going to do what they tell you to do because you don't want to fight anymore. And now it's the time to rise up. It's time to fight. I got some things in the works regarding that. That's not what this is about, but I just wanted to share with you where my heart is right now. And it's on waking people up. It's on going to war. And that's not necessarily going out there, you know, burning and things down and showing emotion. That's actually what it's not. You know, Jesus was a warrior all the time. He only flipped tables over once. People like to use that like, oh yeah, see, even Jesus, da 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 da. Man, that was one time out of a 33-year ministry. You know what I mean? But he fought his battle with truth, and he just laid it out there and touched who he could. You know, I remember when Peter was showed a dream by God, and God, my computer's tripping. It's sorry about that, guys. He was showed a dream by God that about the Gentiles. So all the Jews knew that they were called by God, that God came and died for them. Well, God gave Peter a dream where he told him to eat some stuff that was unclean. And Peter was like, this is unclean. Like, why are you telling me to do this? This doesn't make sense. And God told him, don't call what I call clean unclean. So a centurion came, with a Gentile, came because he was ready to receive Christ. And Peter went with him, and he realized that what God was showing him was that he's for the Gentiles too. You know what I mean? Don't ever call something that I call clean unclean, right? And I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought on that, but basically it's like, oh, we were talking about fighting war. The centurion was ready to receive. So Peter went to talk to the centurion. That was the mission at that moment. You know what I mean? We got to focus on the many missions. What has God called you to do today? Who are we going to reach today? Who's ready today? Because obviously the powers at hand, the powers that are where they're at, are not under God right now. And it's looking a little grim. So are we going to change the world? Probably not. But who can we get? Who's ready? Who in the time that we have, what are we going to do? We don't know the future, but all we can focus on is today. You know what I mean? Find that centurion today. Who's ready? Let's do battle strategically. Don't get emotional. Let's take whatever steps we got to move forward and just power through, you know? So next order of business here, as you guys can see behind me, that is me. And that is a CD case. So let me get it real quick. So I have a CD in the making. It's a little bit confusing. So right now I got a few copies for the people. You guys about to get behind the scenes right there. So right now I got some CDs for the ones that helped me out with the K-Dog marriage project that we put together. I felt on my spirit that I really wanted to bless you guys. So I put these together. But I also feel on my heart like I would like to bless anybody that wants one. So I need people to let me know in the comments, get at me, and let me know if you'd like one. And I'm going to be covering everything, shipping and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. The only thing, if it turns out that a lot of people do want, I may put up some type of Cash App or something to help fund the shipping, just to get CDs out to people quickly. No obligation. Like I said, I don't mind funding it on my own, but I do have family and stuff like that. So if I do get a lot of requests, which that would be a blessing. That would be a blessing. But it would take me time to fund that. So it would just be a longer wait. But if people would like to help so that people can get the CDs earlier, then I want to allow that opportunity under no obligation. So here's the twist with the CDs. I got 15 tracks on here. Some of them are poems. Most of them are songs. These are special because these have a couple projects that YouTube gave me some issues with that I had to tweak in order to make them to be able to release them. But because of the complications, I don't want to let too many of these go out because I don't want to cause any drama. So basically what I'm saying is, anyone that helped me with the K-Dog project, get at me and I'm going to make sure that you get this copy, because I feel that you guys deserve it. You guys deserve for me to take that risk, because you guys blessed me dearly during that project. For everyone else, there's 5 tracks that I will have to take off. I'm sure you guys can figure out the ones I got to take off. But I have to take off 5. And I'm going to replace those with probably some poems to fill it up a little more and still make it a 15-track album. So that's the only catch. The ones that helped me with the K-Dog project, you're going to get the more risk version. And then the ones that did not help me but would still like to be blessed and are blessed by my content, you'll be receiving a more less risky for me, so I'll feel more comfortable releasing version of the album. And God works in such amazing ways. I actually reached out to Mr. Cairo from Cairo Beats, and that brother expressed to me that he is okay with me gifting these CDs out to people. He's all about pushing the word forward, about getting the message out. So he gave me the clearance. So all the songs that I've done with Cairo using his beats, which are quite a few, I've been given permission. So I'm able to leave those on every single CD that I release. So most of the songs you're going to get. No problem. Thanks to Cairo who allowed me to do it, because without his approval, I would not feel comfortable. Because I did use quite a few of his beats. The brother is gifted when it comes to music. So also what I am going to do in each CD, I'm going to put about 5 of these old school, business cards. 5 of these cards that if you are listening to the CD in your car, you Uber driving somebody, or you got a friend or whatever, and they're touched and they're like, man, yo, who is that? That's pretty, whatever. That's cool. That's dope. Whatever. Give them a card. no obligation, but like I said, I feel the sense of urgency these days. I feel like we at war, and it's time to get this message out. I'm also going to be out there carrying cars on my own and just trying to reach out to people and trying to guide them to the channel because I really want people to receive truth. There's a lot of false information out there. And not saying that I know everything, but I feel like God has given me a gift. In truth, he's given me an analytical mind. So at the very least, I want to get people to think a little more. Even me, like I said, I'll never call you guys followers, like just supporters, subscribers, because even me, when I say something, I would encourage you to question it. Do not take what I say at face value. You know what I mean? I make mistakes. I may have a rough day and say something silly. You know what I mean? Every day I wake up and I pray and I ask God to really guide me because I recognize my mortality. You know what I mean? I recognize how easily I can fall. You know what I mean? Jesus went to the mountaintop and fasted and prayed for 40 days. I mean, you know, who am I, right? So there's pastors that have fallen from grace, that have gotten caught in affairs and scandals and all types of things. Nobody is too great to fall. So even if I start tripping a month from now and you're like, oh man, Ray, breaking free, he's not what I thought he was, da 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 da. Don't discredit these videos today. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid, you know what I mean, that I trip and I go sideways, which I pray that's not the case. I pray that God holds me, keeps me. I trust that he will. Don't discredit these videos. You know, God is doing some things here. And I believe that. I believe that. And that's why I'm continuing and I'm pushing and I'm grinding. Because I know this is what I've been called to do. And once you figure out what you've been called to do, you got to do it. You got to get in. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Time is very precious. So like I said, I'm only going to put a few because I don't want you to feel obligated to be out passing them out. That's not what I'm saying. But if you happen to be doing a delivery or something like that, somebody's in the car, somebody hears you bumping it and they're feeling it, just hand one to them. You know what I mean? You know, if they're close, you know, you can also share it through your phone and send the link or whatever. But sometimes it's just a lot easier to hand over a card. It's tangible. It's easy, you know, whatever. You can keep them in your dash or whatever. So that, you know, that's the only thing I ask of you. Like I said, you know, I feel like it's time to get this word out there, be a little more aggressive. You know, I got faith that God's going to grow the channel at his time, you know, but the word also says faith without works is dead. So this is my way of putting my works into action. And if people, you know, come to this channel, so be it. And if they don't, it's not due to lack of effort. So I'm not tripping. So that being said, I appreciate that. Anybody that wants a CD, let me know. Let me know in the comment. Email me oneofthe500@gmail.com. Let me know. Let me know. We'll make it happen. I'm ready to get a message out there, and you know, who knows? I might start getting into that game, into those waters. I don't know. I take it day by day. You guys already know. This is what I've been called to do. You know, the reactions and stuff like that, they're cool. They help me to get messages also, to be analytical. But that's not my bread and butter. That's not what God has really called me to do. So if you like my reactions, I mean, I'll do some, hang around. But if that's the only thing you're seeking, you'll be disappointed because I'm not doing them often. I'm not a reaction channel. It just takes time to write sometimes. So sometimes just to keep the channel not from flatlining, you know, I'll put a reaction here and there just to keep it moving. So that being said, I want to bless you guys with an analogy that I feel God put on my heart. So as you guys know, we're in some rough waters. Things are happening, mandates. You know, we still got the clash and the racism stuff, indoctrination of kids, LGBTQ stuff. You know, pushing stuff on people. There's a lot of hypocrisy. My body, my choice only works for certain things. It works for me, but not for you, not for this, but for that. So a lot going on, but something God told me that I feel God put in my spirit. Me and my wife, we like to check out the show, The Amazing Race. And in this show, they go all around the world and they do different tasks and everything like that. Well, one of the tasks that these people did was whitewater rafting. And they were in some pretty rough waters. And they made it through. And they weren't necessarily skilled. I mean, they had a guy helping them out or whatever. But basically, most of the how do I say this? Most of the credit is given to the vessel. It was created for that environment. It can easily float on smooth waters, but it can also handle a class 3, a class 4. I think they're called class 3 and 4. I think, it goes up like that. But basically what I'm saying, it can handle rougher terrain, rougher waters. Remember, we ain't a Walmart brand. We more of a Target brand. We're more quality. God created us. That's our manufacturer, right? We were created for rough waters. Yeah, we like peace. We love peaceful waters. But that doesn't take away that we were created for rough waters. So get out there and paddle and hold on. And don't throw in the towel. Don't feel defeated because we were created for this. We were created to take a beating and get out on the other side, all right? With that being said, that's just something I feel God put on my heart. Get at me if you want CDs. And let's continue to push forward and get this gospel moved and fight that good fight, all right? Much love. God bless you guys. Love you. You'll never silence me, Jesus is guiding me. I bring the truth and I don't bring it quietly. I never fit in the secret society. You don't agree? Well, I'm cool, that's alright with me. I'm bringing scripture, the truth in the Bible. If you don't accept it, you straight suicidal. You headed to hell, once you there it is final. But there's still a chance, so let's have a revival.